South Louisiana Quiz Bowl Online is made possible by the generous support of these sponsors. MC Bank, sharing the hometown spirit since 1955. Lapco Manufacturing, modern industrial workwear. Barker Honda, Martin Luther King Boulevard in Houma. It's better at Barker. Houma Paint and Industrial Supply, proud supporter of education in the Bayou region. DHD Offshore Services, personnel for inshore and offshore projects. DHD, a workforce that soars. Welcome once again to South Louisiana Quiz Bowl. We have reached the championship of our junior high tournament. We've got Golden Meadow Middle School and Larose-Cut Middle School, the Battle of Highway 1. Would that be right? They're both on Highway 1?
Yeah, both schools are located on highway.
You know what you mean. Down there in Lafourche Parish. All right.
It's a right.
So we're at the finals. Are you ready?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
Good thing, because this rapid fire deals with words that begin with RU. RU. Good luck. A monarch, a dictator, or a measuring. John Ryan?
Ruler.
That's right. In the Grimm Brothers fairy tales, he can spin straw in Silas.
Rumpelstiltskin.
That's right. The blade of a skate or sled, or someone who competes. John Ryan?
Rollerblade.
No, runner. On an airplane or a boat, this can change the course of direction. Egwin.
Rudder.
That's right. This verb has more meanings than any other English. John Ryan.
Run.
That's right. Uncouth and unfinished, or ill. John Ryan.
Ruly.
No, rude. An antonym for urban. Caleb.
Rural.
Or rustic. The State University of New Jersey in New Brunswick. John Ryan. It's Rutgers. In English, it means to regret. In French, Caleb.
Rude.
That's right. This English school gave its name to a sport that looks a lot like football. Caleb.
Rugby.
That's right. It's the basic monetary unit of Sri Lanka, Nepal. John Ryan.
Ruler.
No, rupee. A plant disease caused by a fungus, or hydrated ferric oxide caused by. John Ryan.
Rouge.
No, rust. And that is the end of the round. Let's take a moment and let the players introduce themselves. We'll start with Larose-Cut.
I'm Spencer Nguyen. I'm in 8th grade, and outside of Quiz Bowl, I do band.
I'm John Ryan Danos. I'm in 8th grade, and besides Quiz Bowl, I do band and Give Kids the World.
I'm Preston Nguyen, and besides Quiz Bowl, I do basketball and baseball.
I'm Silas. I'm in 6th grade, and outside of Quiz Bowl, I do robotics, and I'm in tag.
John Ryan is the team captain, and our thanks to the faculty sponsor, Ms. Cameron Martin. Let's welcome back Larose-Cut Middle School. Here are the players for Golden Meadow.
Hi, my name is Edwin. I'm in 8th grade. This is my 3rd year in Quiz Bowl. Other than this, I do robotics and coding.
Hi, my name is Caleb Myers. Other than Quiz Bowl, I'm in 8th grade, and I do football, baseball, and track.
Hi, my name is Silas Randazzo. I'm in 8th grade. This is my 3rd year of Quiz Bowl. Other than Quiz Bowl, I do band.
My name is Lawrence Bovalat. This is my 1st year in Quiz Bowl. I'm in 8th grade, and other than Quiz Bowl, I do band and robotics.
Caleb is the team captain, and our thanks to the faculty sponsor, Mr. Byron Robichaud. Let's welcome back Golden Meadow Middle School. We resume the game with our toss-up bonus round. Here is a 2-point toss-up. Invisible Louisa, the story of the author of Little Women, is a biography of what author? John Ryan? Sorry, Golden Meadow? It is Louisa May Alcott. 2-point toss-up. The name for what kind of Latin American street band rhymes with Suribachi? Caleb?
Mariachi.
That's correct. Bonus to Golden Meadow. You'll be given the name of a very bright star in the night sky, and you tell me the constellation in which each is located. Sirius.
Pegasus.
That's incorrect. Elsie, go.
Ursa Major.
No, it's Canis Major. Golden Meadow. Rigel.
Ursa Minor. What was this? Gemini.
That's incorrect. LCO.
Orion.
It is in Orion. Golden Meadow. Antares. Antares.
Orion.
No, not Orion.
What? Pisces.
That's incorrect. LCO.
Ursa Major.
No, it's in Scorpio. 2 points for LCO on that, and we've got a 2-point toss-up. Name the story of Kahu, a girl born to the eldest son of the chief of the Maori in Wangara, New Zealand. John Ryan? Sorry, Golden Meadow. It is the Whale Rider. 2-point toss-up. In 1990, King Fahd invited U.S. troops into Saudi Arabia to protect his kingdom from possible invasion by what other Middle East nation? John Ryan.
Iran.
That's incorrect. Golden Meadow. Edwin.
Iraq.
Iraq is correct. Bonus for Golden Meadow. Name these chemical elements. It's the main element of bleach.
Chlorine, yeah, chlorine.
That's right. It is mixed with copper to make brass.
Zinc. Zinc.
That's right. And it causes the red color in the soil on Mars. Answer?
Iron.
It is iron. Got all three for 6 points. It's a 2-point toss-up. 2-point toss-up. In what document was the name United States of America first of Silas?
Declaration of Independence.
That's correct. Bonus question. I want you to identify these religious holidays. The Christian holiday that celebrates the birth of Jesus. Bonus for your team. Christmas is correct. An 8-day Jewish holiday that's celebrated in late December to commemorate the rededication of the temple in Jerusalem.
Hanukkah.
That's correct. A month-long Muslim holiday in which followers follow during the day and fast during the day and eat only after sunset in an attempt to purify themselves.
Ramadan.
That's correct. You got all three for 6 points. Here's a 2-point toss-up. What is Spanish for a spotted horse? John Ryan?
El Spado Horso.
2 points for creativity. That's incorrect. Golden Meadow. It is Pinto. 2-point toss-up. Harry Potter excels at what magical, Silas?
Dark arts.
No. What magic? Lawrence?
Quidditch.
You guys are in a hurry. Quidditch is correct. Bonus question for Golden Meadow. I want you to name the Major League stadium or the Major League Baseball team that plays its home games in these stadiums. Busch Stadium.
Oh no. Packers. That's not a baseball team.
I'm not.
So, Brewers, Milwaukee Brewers.
That's incorrect. LCO?
Red Sox.
No, it's the Cardinals. Busch Stadium's in St. Louis. Golden Meadow. Coors Field.
Cool. That's a beer. No, yes, that's a beer. Is it? I think either the Reds.
Answer?
The Pirates.
That's incorrect. LCO?
Pass.
It is the Colorado Rockies.
Okay.
And Golden Meadow. Comerica Park. Comerica Park.
The Nationals. The Nationals.
That's incorrect. LCO? Your answer?
Padres.
No, it's the Detroit Tigers. Stumped by stadiums there. Here we go. 2-point toss-up. The northern border of Maine was established in John Ryan?
Canada.
Incorrect. Was established in 1842 in a treaty by the U.S. and who? Edwin?
Great Britain.
That's correct. Bonus question for Golden Meadow. The sedimentary accumulation of the Nile River is triangular shaped. Answer these questions about this triangular shaped accumulation. What Greek letter shares its name with this triangular shaped accumulation of sediment that the Nile River drops when it enters another body of water?
Delta.
That's right. At what part of the Nile is this sedimentary accumulation located?
The north. It's the north. North.
I'll accept that. It's at the mouth of the river, which is at its most northern end. Into what body of water does this river flow?
Mediterranean Sea.
That's correct. You got all three for 6 points. And that's the end of the round. Let's take it back to South Louisiana Quiz Bowl. Here's a new player coming into the game for Golden Meadow.
Hi, my name is Sally Costa. I'm in the 8th grade, and other than Quiz Bowl, I play football and baseball.
All right, welcome to the game. Also neglected to mention, this is a true double elimination tournament. Golden Meadow was undefeated. Larose-Cut has 1 loss. If Golden Meadow wins today, they're champions. If Larose-Cut wins, they will play 1 more game. So, continuing on, Golden Meadow in the lead. Here are some 2-point toss-ups. Roof dragons, symbolizing the vigor and power of the gods, are an architectural hallmark of what country? LCO, John Ryan.
Rome.
Incorrect. Golden Meadow? Edwin.
China.
China is correct. Pigs established the 7 commandments in what story, John Ryan?
Animal Farm.
That's right. Gamier is an anagram for what optical phenomenon in which the illusion of water is created from light distorted... Silas?
Refraction?
Incorrect. Light distorted by alternate layers of hot and cool air. Side.
Mirage.
That's right. A couple of weeks after a storm, there will be no more snow left on the side of a building facing what cardinal direction, John Ryan?
South.
That's right. To what does the pronoun refer in this verse by Longfellow? He said to his friend, if the British march by land or sea from the town tonight, hang a lantern aloft in the belfry arch of the North Church Tower as a signal. Silas?
Arch?
Incorrect. Signal light. Edwin?
Paul Revere.
Paul Revere is right. When you have to pay a very high price for something, you are said to be paying through what part of your body? Silas?
A arm and a leg?
No. Go to Meadow. You're paying through the nose, not in time. What are the next words in this line? That's one small step for a man, one giant. Edwin?
Mankind.
That's correct. Let's math for a minute. 800 million fans watch the Super Bowl, while 2 billion fans watch the World Cup. Look at that.
World Cup?
No, sorry. Watch the World Cup. How many times more fans watch the soccer game than the football game? John, you're out of it. LCO's out of the question. Go to Meadow. Caleb.
20.
No, it's 2.5. And that is the end of the round. Golden Meadow still in the lead. As we come to our 60-second rounds, LCO, you've got first choice. You have trees, foul play, bee in biology, or cooking.
Foul play.
Foul play, all right. We're dealing with names and expressions containing the name of a specific fowl or bird. Good luck. A famous nurse.
Nightingale.
That's right. English architect, designer of St. Paul's Cathedral.
Pass.
Famous refrain from a Poe poem.
Nevermore.
More information.
The Crow.
No, sorry. Legendary outlaw who stole from the rich and gave to the poor.
Robin Hood.
That's right. Spanish islands in the Atlantic.
The Keys.
Incorrect. In a straight line.
Pass.
A timepiece.
Cuckoo.
Cuckoo clock, yes. To show off.
Mock.
Incorrect. Having beauty of form and movement.
Swan.
That's right. Nonsense rhyme by Edward Lear.
Pass.
You got 4 right for 8 points. Give the others to Golden Meadow. English architect, designer of St. Paul's Cathedral.
It's called Cardinal.
Cardinal.
Answer?
Cardinal.
No, Wren, Sir Christopher Wren. Famous refrain from a Poe poem.
Raven.
No.
Quote the Raven. Quote the Raven. Nevermore.
Answer?
The Raven.
It is quote the Raven, nevermore. And the captain's
Oh.
got to give me the correct answer. Spanish islands in the Atlantic.
The Canary.
The Canary.
That's right. In a straight line.
Bird. J.
Answer?
That'd be Cardinal. Yeah. Cardinal.
No, it's as the crow flies. To show off.
Like, so it's bird.
Answer?
Showboat.
You might strut like a peacock. Nonsense rhyme by Edward Lear.
They said mock. Yeah.
Answer?
Parroting.
No, it's the owl and the pussycat. You got 1 right for 2 points. All right, Golden Meadow, your turn. Trees. Bee in biology or cooking?
Trees.
Be in biology. Be in biology. I don't know what trees.
Trees.
In biology.
Be in biology.
Yeah, okay, bee in biology. Self-explanatory, but I'll explain it anyway. Biology terms beginning with B. Good luck. What is North America's largest rodent, weighing up to 65
Beaver.
pounds? That's right. What is made up of the lithosphere, the hydrosphere, and the atmosphere?
Biosphere.
That's right. What ground-dwelling African monkeys are famous for their
Baboon.
tree?
Baboon.
That's right. What ship carried Charles Darwin around the world?
Pass.
What bacteria have a cylindrical form with rounded ends?
Pass.
What's another name for Rocky Mountain sheep?
Bighorn.
That's
Sheep.
right. What phenomena is exhibited by fireflies, glowworms, and
Bioluminescence.
That's right. What tropical American tree is also called the corkwood tree?
Binko?
Incorrect. What's the common name for a medical test that involves removing a small piece of tissue for scanning?
Biopsy.
That's right. Which part of the human body is affected by the poisonous systemic disease known as septicemia?
Brain.
It's incorrect. What ship carried Charles Darwin around the world? Sorry, too late. You got 6 right for 12 points, LCO. Here you go. What ship carried Charles Darwin around the world?
Bosnia.
No, the Beagle, the HMS Beagle. What bacteria have a cylindrical form with rounded ends? Answer?
Pass.
It is bacilli. What tropical American tree is also called the corkwood tree? Answer?
Barrymore.
No, it's balsa. Which part of the human body is affected by the poisonous systemic disease known as septicemia? Answer?
Pass.
It is blood. No points for that. And that is the end of the round. Let's take a quick break. More South Louisiana Quiz Bowl when we come back.
What is that?
South Louisiana Quiz Bowl Online is made possible by the generous support of these sponsors. MC Bank, sharing the hometown spirit since 1955. Lapco Manufacturing, modern industrial workwear. Barker Honda, Martin Luther King Boulevard in Houma. It's better at Barker. Houma Paint and Industrial Supply, proud supporter of education in the Bayou region. DHD Offshore Services, personnel for inshore and offshore projects. DHD, a workforce that soars. We have a new player coming into the game for Golden Meadow. Let's meet him now.
My name is Adrian Joseph Adolph. Other than Quiz Bowl, I do student council, coding, and talented and gifted.
All right, welcome to the game. Golden Meadow leads LCO. Last round is 2-point toss-ups. Good luck. A fertilizer made of crushed bone is called, Silas? Incorrect. Golden Meadow? Silas?
Bone meal?
That's right. These are examples of what form of nonfiction? John C. Calhoun, American Patriots. Robert Spencer?
Autobiography.
Incorrect. Robert Frost, The Years of Triumph. Elvis, The Final Years. Caleb?
Historical.
No, they're biography, not autobiographies. A medieval monk said, if there were more tallow around, it would last longer. What might he have been inventing or, Silas?
Beef tallow?
Incorrect. Or improving. LCO's out already. Golden Meadow? Edwin?
Meditation?
No, candles. This describes what heavenly bodies? As one approaches the sun, solar radiation vaporizes. Silas?
Sun?
Incorrect. Vaporizes the gases in its nucleus and increases the size of its coma, which may reach millions of miles across. Dusting.
Comet.
That's right. The PLO is an organization including several groups wanting to liberate their homeland. What does the P stand for? Edwin?
Peoples.
Incorrect. LCO? Silas?
Personal?
No, it's Palestine. Every food chain, no matter how complex, begins with what organism? Caleb?
The composer.
Incorrect.
Grass?
Silas?
Grass?
No, producers or autotrophs. What homonym can refer to the first cervical vertebrae of the neck that supports the skull? A titan condemned to support the heaven on his shoulders. Silas?
Atlas.
That's right. What had comedian Stephen Wright made according to this quip? I mix this myself. 2 parts H, 1 part O. Spencer?
Water.
That's right. Regularly used on cattle drives and still handy on camping trips, an iron kettle for baking with a rimmed cover to hold hot coals is called a what? Silas?
Teapot?
It's incorrect. Hold a minute. Edwin?
Kettle.
I know it's a Dutch oven. The Upstairs Room is an autobiographical novel about a Dutch Jewish family telling the story of how the author and her 2 sisters were hidden. Edwin?
And Frank.
That's incorrect. Her 2 sisters were hidden by the Oostervelds in their home for more than 2 years during what war?
World War II?
That's right. What term with a prefix indicates extremely rapid or runaway inflation of prices? Caleb?
Hyperinflation.
That's right. One of the most destructive plagues in history spread westward.
Bubonic
Silas?
plague?
No. Spread westward from Asia and killed up to 1/2 of the European population around 1350. What's the famous two-word name for this epidemic? Caleb.
Black Death.
That's correct. These adjectives indicate what meteorological phenomena? Nor'easter, nor'wester, offshore, westerly. Caleb.
Tides.
No, sorry. That's the other. John Ryan.
Directions of. Pass.
They're all winds. Wind. Any substance taken into the body by ingestion, inhalation, injection, or absorption that destructively interferes with normal physiological functions is a what? John Ryan?
Narcotic.
Sorry, no. No. Adrian?
A drug.
No, a poison or a toxin. And that is the end of the gang. Golden Meadow. Welcome back to South Louisiana Quiz Bowl. We are happy once again to welcome Mr. Travis Richard, the Morgan City president, for our principal sponsor, MC Bank. So happy with everything y'all have done for us over the decades here with South Louisiana Quiz Bowl. And trophy presentations now. First of all, to team captain John Ryan Danos and the faculty sponsor, Ms. Cameron Martin, for our runners-up this year, Larose-Cut Middle School. Congratulations. All right, now let's bring in the champions, please. We have the team captain, Caleb Myers, the faculty sponsor, Mr. Byron Robichaux, our junior high champions for the 24-25 season, Golden Meadow Middle School. Congratulations.
Again, we'd like to thank Chris Hunter for putting on this event each year. I'd like to thank my team. They've worked really hard, and a lot of them have been here for a few years now. So this was a great year for us. We appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, congratulations once again, Golden Meadow, our champions. Ann, go ahead. My thanks to everybody who's involved in the tournament this year, especially the faculty sponsors for all the teams. This just does not happen without their volunteer service. So thank you all once again. And thank you for joining us on South Louisiana Quiz Bowl. Have a great night.